Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I finally got my hands on the Controversy and Conspiracy palette. I said that backwards, but I have the new Jeffree Star Shane Dawson palettes, plural. It was a mess to get them, but they're finally here. I finally have them, and I'm going to go into what took them so long, why I finally got them, and all of that fun stuff, as well as a full demo and tutorial on this look right here. I know it's a lot. I know it's a little glam, a little drag, a little over the top, but honestly, I'm loving it. And I was able to use the largest lashes I own, which makes me so happy. So if you want to see how we achieve this look right here, make sure to keep on watching, and please don't forget to subscribe because I do upload 3 times a week. That is the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to see how we got here and all of the beauty behind the new collection, keep on watching. Alright, so while we're doing that, I am going to go over the story time as to how the hell I got my hands on these, because you guys know I'm going to link a video up here where I basically ranted because I did not get these on launch, which was honestly, I was a little over dramatic, I'm not going to lie, but honestly, I had a little bit of a hissy fit, and justifiably so. So I will go into it in that video, but I was able to get my hands on these palettes. For those of you who missed that video and you want to hear more details, long story very short, Beautylish canceled my order and it was shitty and I was pissed. But then my friend Heather texted me like a week later and was like, they just posted a limited amount on Beauty Bay. I went on and I was able to snag both palettes after all, so we are going to be using them. Obviously, I have no ill will towards Shane or Jeffree for the nonsense that happened with the launch. My hair's a mess today. I can't focus. Anyway, I have no issue with Shane or Jeffree because of the launch issue. My issue is that Beautylish canceled my order. That was shitty. But we're going to be using, I don't think I'm going to be using the little palette today, like neutrals with purple and blues. You guys know this is like my perfect color story, so you guys will be seeing this in a future video. For today, we're going to be jumping into the full-size Conspiracy palette. Tell me that's not beautiful. It's beautiful. There's no way around it. It's beautiful. So I was originally thinking that I wanted to do something in the green family. However, I'm going to be filming a video tomorrow for like a Thanksgiving-y look, and I am going to be using a lot of greens. So today I'm not going to be doing greens. I'm going to be playing around with some of the other shades, but I have no idea what I want to do, but we are going to try. So I'm going to grab I don't want that one. A fluffy eyeshadow brush is what we're going to grab. And I can't find the one I'm looking for, so I'm going to grab this. This is the Makeup Shack T11. And I'm going to start with the shade Tanacon right here. And I'm just going to add some definition to the crease. So this is not really a review. It is definitely more of a tutorial, because you guys know I have every Jeffree Star palette. Every single one. I even caved and bought Alien, even though I didn't actually want it, because the head, the Alien head palette kind of got to me. But what I am going to say is there's definitely a little more kick up in the pan than there normally is. So it is one of the shades that is a little bit more, it's a custom press. It's not the normal Jeffree Star. It's the Crying Eyeball. So I don't know if they just didn't press it hard enough or what the deal is, but this shade is giving me a little bit more kick up in the pan. I don't mind it, just because for me, that's not really a deal breaker. But, like, I don't know if you guys can see, there's definitely quite a bit of kick up in that pan. I don't want to go neutral, but I know I'm going to end up going neutral, and I don't want to go neutral. I'm going to grab a dense brush, and I'm going to grab the shade Flaming Hot right here, because if I don't throw on a statement color right this second, I know I'm going to end up neutral. So I'm going to take that, and I'm actually going to go right into the socket with this. This is blending beautifully right off the bat. I saw some people posting swatches of this shade online, and I'm not going to lie, the swatches look disappointing, but I've used so many Jeffree Star palettes that I knew that that could not be the case. So for all of you people on Instagram posting intentionally bad swatches for whatever reason, all you're doing is deceiving people, and not in a good way, because this palette, I'm getting color payoff, I'm getting pigmentation. It's blending beautifully. If I wanted to build this up, it's building. But where I want it to be a little bit more neutral and a little softer, I'm definitely getting that. So shame on you. So laying down that shade Tanacon first really helped everything to blend and soften. I am going to be doing this really warm pinky red crease. And I'm, just from looking at it, I'm going to be going into my Rides here, the black shade. And I think I'm going to do like a dark grungy black smoky eye with Diet Cola on the lid. But I want this like red popping through just because I find that to be like a black grungy smoky eye with some red to be so sexy. Now this is definitely a softer, dustier color because of the way I've blended it. So I'm going to take a little bit more and I'm just going to like once or twice just trace over just to make it vibrant. A lot of times when people complain about pigmentation, it's because they're over blending. So deposit your color, blend if you need to, blend if you want to, but let the color do what the color wants to do. All right, where is my, there it is. I'm going to take my Sigma E45, I haven't used this brush in a minute, and I'm going to go into my Rides here, and I'm going to go literally on the tip, and I'm going to go right, I need it, there's a mirror on the palette. I'm going to go right into the socket of the eye and trace back and forth. We're going to be going smoky, but right now I'm kind of mapping out where I want the black to go because I want to make sure that this black shade is under this blown out red. I don't want the black to go too high because then it's going to make this whole thing look muddy. Just like that. Now it is looking a little bit harsh. Don't worry, that will get cleaned up when we go in later. All right, now that that is laid down, I'm going to go on that flat brush from before, but I am going to grab my color switch and just swirl the brush in there to pull off any of that pigment. It is still going to stain the brush, but now there's not going to be any color on it. And I'm going to pick up a little bit more of my Rides here, that black. And I'm going to build up that smokiness on the lid. So normally with a color like this, I would have to have done a cream base, but I didn't. And it's really nice and smoky. So this is working beautifully. It is definitely grungy. It is definitely smoky. Don't worry, it is going to come together. Right now it is still looking a little messy. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the tip of this brush and I'm going to take more of Flaming Hot and I'm just going to blend that black out a little bit. I still want to maintain that blown out effect with the red, and I don't want to really bring that black up too high, but I still want it to be a little bit more on the dramatic side. So right now it's looking weird because of the shape on the lower lash, so I'm going to grab a black liner, throw this in the waterline. Then I'm going to take a tiny bit of the black, and I'm just going to connect that upper lid to the outer portion of the lower lash just to help build this shape. See how much better that looks when it's looped around? It is going to be a little intense and it is going to be smoky, but honestly, I haven't gone full-on black smoky eye drama in so long that I miss it. I'm going to take a clean brush first and I'm just going to softly diffuse that black towards the inner corner and just smoke it out a little bit. We're getting there. We're still smoky, but we're getting there. I'm going to take more Flamin' Hot and I'm just going to connect further that outer portion of the eye and blend it into the waterline. That's warming that up beautifully. And we're going to do the same thing. I know this still looks intense, but honestly, we have no lashes on. That's going to pull it together. Throwing on a bold lipstick is going to pull it together. And adding that crease is really going to help. So we're just going to, with that first clean brush, just blend a little bit more. All right, I'm ready to take down a little bit of that smokiness with some shimmer. I'm going to go into Diet Cola right here, which almost in the pan has more of a blue tone, but it's definitely more of a silver. I am going to hit that up with Fix Plus just because with the Jeffree formula, it works beautifully dry. You can use it dry, but when you take it wet on the lid, do you see what that does? This becomes so pigmented that you can almost use it to cut the crease. And I'm taking that to just underneath the black. Like, I want you to still see a little bit of that black tone through the eye. Much better. I'm going to go back into that pointy brush though and just make sure that where that silver and that black meet, it is nice and defined. I'm going to do that on this eye, throw on a lash, and I'll be right back. So before I go in with the lashes, I am grabbing a darker tone blush. This is the Buxom Wanderlust Blush. I'm adding a tiny bit more just because the tone on the eyes is so intense that I feel like it's washing out the face. And I did want to kind of see where that went when we added that blush before I throw on a lash. Honestly, that's like my favorite part about doing makeup in general, is seeing everything come together. And if you throw on the lash and the eyes are super intense and then you balance out the blush, sometimes the lash can be too much. So I did want to make sure to like even out the face first and then go in with the lash just to make sure, because this is absolutely dramatic and super bold, and I'm going to pair it with a little more of a substantial lip. Right now I just have a little bit of a gloss on, but that's just going to kind of bring everything together. But I'm absolutely loving the way this is looking. And I am, just while I'm on camera, going to take a little bit of that silver and I'm just going to loop it around the inner corner just to keep that tone, but oh my God, that is a beautiful highlight. And because of how smoky that is, I am going to lightly blend that highlight into the lower lash line because I do want that to really give you that like completed blown out smoky effect. All right, now for real, I'm going to throw on lashes and I'll be right back. I lied. One more thing before I do that. I'm going to take a little bit of Sleep Paralysis right here, which is a beautiful, smoky, grungy, almost purpley gray. And I'm going to take a little bit of that and I'm just going to press it on the center of the lid. And that's going to help blend this vibrant blue frosty tone into the black, rather than just using the black and going straight into that frosty tone. Yeah, much better. Just to help it blend. Now I'm going to throw on a lash. And we are back with the finished look. And as I promised, I mean, it's a lot. I know that. I'm well aware. But I throw on the largest pair of lashes I own. And clearly, that kind of grounded everything together. So while it is giant and blown out and smoky, I'm absolutely loving the way that it looks. Like, the way that this silver on the inner corner is popping, it looks like it's face-tuned. And it is absolutely not. That is just blinding metallic shadow. So I am in love. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know down below. First off, did you get your hands on the palette? Second off, what colors should I use next? Because I feel like there is so much I can do with this. I just need to jump into it more and more and more. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.